Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Imitation has a bad reputation. It's often viewed as the inferior efforts of an uncreative person. But whether you're a tyro or a pro, imitating a master or masters can be really invaluable. It allows your work to be influenced by the greats. Having even partially mastered the imitation, your brain, what psychologist Juan Pasqualeone calls M-space, is free to then infuse your creativity. Imitation also can be more effective as a way of learning the basics than being taught principles. For example, aspiring counselors are urged to, as appropriate, paraphrase the client's statements. But watching the instructor or a master paraphrase client's statements is likely clearer and more persuasive of paraphrasing's importance. Even if you merely imitate a master and add no creativity, that can be better than proceeding without having imitated. Isn't there value in the artist who merely well copied the Mona Lisa? Here are other examples. For counselors, an aspiring or practicing psychotherapist might do well to watch, take notes on, and imitate favorite ideas, techniques, statements, questions derived from watching videos of master practitioners. There are 3 collections that I found immediately with a Google search. One is videos from University of Kentucky professor Joseph Hammer, who aggregated a whole bunch of those. If you probably Google those terms, you'll find it. Psychotherapy.com I think it's .net, offers a collection. And there's a series of videos offered by the American Psychological Association. Now imagine you're struggling, another example, parenting. Imagine you're struggling in parenting your child. It certainly could help to watch parenting videos or even hire a coach to watch you role-play the problem situation or situations, and then you try to imitate the coach. Another example of where imitation can be helpful is a person wanting to be more efficient. A client of mine who lamented being inefficient came to my home to watch me for an hour. He said that only in seeing what I do was he able to change. He now copies much of my approach to preparing meals, answering emails, and, yes, how I work on my Psychology Today post, which, by the way, is what I'm reading to you here. Hopefully soon will be published there. Next, let's turn to games. Whether it's a sport, a craft, or a board game, imitation is often helpful. Even grandmaster chess players have memorized classic openings and endgames. With those in tow, their mind is then free to deviate and be more creative. Medical health provider. An old axiom in training physicians and nurses in how to do procedures is admittedly a little frightening. See one, do one, teach one. Just one? But, yes, seeing a procedure being done and then imitating it may be of more value than reading the steps in a textbook. Salesperson or fundraiser. A standard component of good sales training is to have the trainee accompany the master on a sales call, imitation. The arts. I learned to play the piano by ear, by trying to play along with my favorite masters, especially Peter Nero. If you Google Peter Nero and Midnight in Moscow, that's the song I most remember trying to imitate. I could never fully imitate him, but I learned enough from trying. That mimicry has been infinitely more valuable than the piano lessons I took. I barely can read music, but I can play by ear. And if you want to hear something, just Google Marty Nemko and I Don't Know Why I'm Frightened. So, how might you incorporate imitation into your life? 1, what are you trying to learn or to improve? Think both of your professional and your personal life. 2, who might you want to imitate? Someone you know? Or you want to watch videos? Sometimes even an audio can help. 3, take notes on what you see or hear. New ideas tend to evanesce, as every counselor knows. Even when a session yields important insights, the client may return at the next session forgetting what it was, let alone remembering to implement it. 4, practice what you'd like to imitate until you do it pretty automatically. Sometimes you want to keep at it until you can imitate it perfectly, but other times you reach a point of diminishing returns before that. And 5, evaluate how that imitation is helping you. Either increase or decrease the imitation. Today's society venerates creativity over imitation. But not only can imitation be prerequisite to quality mastery, it can be worthy in itself. A good copy is worthy. And yes, imitation can also be the sincerest form of flattery. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.